Good afternoon. We are at the Gonzales property. We're going to be completing a repairability test. We'll be on the front slope, which is east. We have this damaged shingle here. I've identified with an X. We'll do our repair test on that shingle and see how it affects all of those surrounding shingles. I've marked all of those surrounding shingles up, and I'll give you an overview of all of those before we get started. All of those surrounding shingles could potentially be damaged during the repairability test, so I'll show you the results once we're finished. We can see quite a few prior repairs on this roof already, showing damage to those surrounding shingles. So I am expecting the same result, but we'll go ahead and get it done on video. I'll be using a roof snake, putty knife, hammer, and flat bar. We'll get started with the putty knife. We'll use that to unseal the top shingle, number 8. Then we'll use the flat bar to unseal the rest of those shingles. See how those two different tools affect the shingles differently. Now we'll start removing these nails. A lot of these nails are driven in at an angle or over driven, so it's making it a little bit more difficult to remove, and we may have to manipulate the shingles a little bit more than we'd like to for that reason. Okay, that should be all of the nails. We got that damaged shingle out. We'll go ahead and slide this new shingle in and get it all lined up nicely. Okay, we got that new shingle in place. Start getting some nails in there now, and we'll be using the roof snake for that. Alright, we're all complete with the repairability test. See quite a few granules falling off just from that repair test. Just to point that out. Then I'll give you another overview of all of those surrounding shingles. You can see some pretty significant changes to the condition of those surrounding shingles. Mainly these ones right above that new shingle. You can see stress fractures caused to these tabs here just from being lifted. These shingles are just too old and brittle. You can see that can't really lift them much at all without that matting on the shingle breaking. You can see all along there. Give you a side view of that as well. We can see a lot easier. And so that would be damaging the integrity of that shingle and affecting its water shedding capabilities. We can feel where it's very weak towards the top. And that broken matting, it's not going to allow the shingles to work as they were designed, as best as they should. They're designed to shed the water. That broken matting there, that will worsen those capabilities. You can see that all along there. This one is real bad. You can see in the corners there, but stress fracture all across. Give you another side view of that one. You can see right at the top of the shingle, there's kind of a sharp crease rather than a smooth bend. You can see where that's where that matting broke there. Across there. See that all across there, and that's real bad in the corner there. That stress fracture. You can see a pretty big difference in the condition of these 3 tabs here that we had to manipulate in order to remove those nails and place those back in to complete the repair test. You can see a pretty significant difference from those shingles compared to all of these around those shingles. Just to give you a comparison here, you can see where all of those are stress fractured, and these shingles we did not have to manipulate at all. They're still sealed down. That one's unsealed. We got these 2 that are still sealed down. Didn't have to manipulate those, and we can see the difference between those and these here. The ones with the stress fractures. And those are going to be potential leak hazards due to the stress fracturing. We can see we got shingle 5, 6, and 8 that all got stress fractures on those tabs. So we can see from repairing this one wind damaged shingle, we're left with an additional 3 damaged shingles, all potential leak hazards. And we can see the wind damage on this roof is pretty widespread. Got wind damage all over, so I do not think repairs are feasible. As we can see the results from the repair, this should give us the most accurate results, as we're doing all of the same motions and manipulating the shingles the same way you would for an actual repair. We can see the results here. We're left with 3 additionally damaged shingles, potential leak hazards, and so if repairs were to be made to this roof, this insured would be left with potential leak hazards all over their roof, which I do not believe would be indemnification, and we can see the results from these prior repairs as well. See multiple additional damaged shingles all around those prior repairs. So just to point that out, and we can see, the repairs on this left slope show that the left slope isn't repairable as well as the front slope. And you can see here that in the valley, if we were to make repairs, repairing these shingles going to cause damage to the surrounding shingles. We can see where that one ends right there, so it'll be these 3 tabs. And so from that one wind damage shingle there, we'd have to make repairs up, ultimately bringing us into this valley here, where we can see the shingles on the left slope go underneath the shingles on the front slope. So in order to complete repairs to these shingles on the left slope, right in the valley here, the shingles on the front slope would have to be manipulated and most likely would be damaged as well. As we can see, the damages that were caused from the repair test on the front slope there. So most likely causing damages to the shingles in the valley there and having to make repairs up from there. So I just wanted to point out how those valleys may tie in. But other than that, I do not believe that the roof is repairable due to all of those stress fractures from the repair test. So I'll go ahead and chalk up all those damages and get some better pictures of those. Thank you for your time.